for you. Do you have a self-care plan? What's a self-care plan, you may ask? Well, it's an intentional plan to look after yourself. Before I tell you about my self-care plan, I confess I used to be more concerned about attending to the health and well-being of my family and friends and acquaintances more than myself. So I was good at securing other people's oxygen mask and completely neglecting my own. Maybe you can relate to that. By the way, my name's Dawn H. Jones from Hope Place HR. When I became unwell early this year, I realised that years of neglecting my health became more apparent than ever. So this summer, with the help of God, I got myself into gear and started on a recovery plan, not only to get better, but work towards optimal health. Or in other words, achieve the best possible health and well-being that I could. So my plan involves exercise. So I exercise first thing in the morning. I confess I roll out of bed, walk downstairs, sometimes still half asleep, and I get on my exercise bike and I start cycling. Now, I used to hear all about the importance of exercise first thing in the morning and how it improves productivity. And I used to think, no, that's not for me. But cycling first thing in the morning or any kind of movement actually kickstarts my alertness. Then I go downstairs or wherever and I read my daily Bible reading. And that's generally followed by a 10 to 15 minute walk. Then I come back home and I have quiet time and prayer, and this helps to center my day. If I don't have quiet time, my day does not go well. On top of that, I take vitamins and supplements, and these 5 points, generally speaking, are my daily self-care routine or my 5 habits. On top of that, I make sure I schedule doctors and dental appointments, and I make sure, not because something's just happened, but I make sure that I now go up to, have the checkups. Because checkups, they're easy to ignore, but they are the things that help us to maintain our health in the first place. So, another confession here, I avoided going to the dentist, and over the last year or so, I paid more to put things right than I would have if I'd actually gone to the checkups in the first place. The saying is true, prevention is better than cure. The other thing is I work alone for the most part, so I schedule regular lunch dates with friends and I do a voluntary activity once a week. Now down to my treats, massages, facials, manicures, hairdresser appointments and so forth. Instead of seeing how expensive some of these treatments are, I started to see how they're an investment in my overall health and well-being. Now, my self-care plan has been a gift because fundamentally it's about being kind to myself. If I want to look good, I have to put the investment in. If I want to feel good, I have to put the investment in. Now, if you're looking after people or you're used to looking after people and you've been doing it for a long time like I was, this is going to be, or maybe a giant leap to you. You may even think to yourself, am I worth it? But you are. And the key is to make the plan, whatever your plan is, make it work for you. So let me give you some examples. I once worked with someone who had an enjoyable but challenging job. He loved his job, but by the end of the day, he was ready to go home. And he told me he looked forward to going home, picking up his dog and going for a long walk across the fields to unwind. Likewise, I have a friend who enjoys swimming and another friend who leads walking groups on a weekly basis. Now, these are all examples of self-care. Now, we're on the cusp of a new year, and how we navigate it is going to depend on how well we look after ourselves. So what steps do you need to kickstart your self-care plan? Do you need to, for example, schedule a doctor or a dental appointment? You can do that before the new year. Do you need to walk more? You can start doing that before the new year. Take more stairs, or do you need to get more sleep? Is it that you need to avoid having drama in your life and get rid of toxic relationships? Or you may want to lose weight. Whatever it is, remember to secure your oxygen mask first by devising your self-care plan. Now here's to your wellness in 2022. See you in the new year. Bye-bye.